Welcome to the Chasing Ebenezer Show. This is a show where we talk about stuff, play you some music, and encourage you to be creative. This season, we are exploring the art of being human. We want to say thank you to our patrons who support us each month. If you want to know more about that, visit us on patreon.com/Chasing Ebenezer. For more information about our musical endeavors, visit chasingebenezer.com. We hope you enjoy the show. Well, welcome to another episode of the Chasing Ebenezer Show. I'm Benjamin, and this is Heidi.
And I'm pouting.
You're pouting because we tried to start filming this a second ago. And we had a lot of really good things, but I forgot to record my microphone. So
we have to do it all over again. So now it feels less
organic. Less organic.
And I am disappointed.
Well, we talked about that. So
I will raise my cup to being hopeful about this episode. It's still going to work out.
Mm-hmm.
Even though this part may not be as organic.
That's okay. That's okay. Well, there are a few things I'm excited about.
And your name is...
I'm Benjamin, and this is Heidi, in case nobody knew.
Benny La Boo Boo.
Yeah. See, it's organic.
That was
still.
organic.
It's totally organic.
That was
still.
organic.
Wow. So I am both excited and grateful. I'm excited about our new season. This will be our last episode of this year, of 2023, and we've got a few more connected to the art of being human. But then we're going to be jumping into season 4 and
crafted to a next level.
We're going to be upping our game. And I wanted to say thank you. I'm grateful for patrons, and I'm grateful for the opportunity to have been able to do this show for a few years, because it's forced me to get better at video editing, which I think I have.
You definitely
and
have.
It's forced me to get better at audio recording. And because of that, I'm able to record our own music now.
Yeah,
which
you do
is
a demo every
wonderful.
month for some of our patrons, and yeah, you're doing great.
Yeah, and so thank you. Thank you for that. And yeah, hoping for more in season 4.
No. No.
So what are you excited about, sweetheart?
Oh, dear. You did that twice. You did it the first time the recording didn't go through, and you did it a second time. Oh, man.
Some mistakes are worth being repeated.
So I think I'm excited about the new year as well. But I'm also excited about my birthday.
Excited about your birthday,
I'm excited
too.
about my birthday. I'm usually not, but I don't even like to tell people it's my birthday.
That's such a change, because I in my 20 plus years of knowing you, your birthday was not a joyous day.
I know. I can be very...
I'm not judging you. You can feel how... It's your party. You can cry and be upset.
So I'm learning to embrace aging. I'm not there yet. Oh, that was my stomach. Excuse me. But yeah, I'm excited about that. I'm excited about my kitties too.
Oh, we're so excited about our cats.
They've
gotten bigger since we last introduced them.
They're just, it's interesting that at such a little age they have these personalities. Raffy plays fetch. We've never had a cat who played fetch. And Maestro has this way, he like sings almost.
Yeah.
You know what he sounds like is in the first Jurassic Park movie, you know the Velociraptor.
Yeah.
No,
it's the one that
it's the really cute
the one that spits the tar out.
Who's Wayne Knight character? You know, like the sound he makes before when you he's so adorable, he's so cute. I don't know. It's that singing sound. Maestro does that part. He doesn't do the attack and murder you part.
No.
So, but it's almost like he's singing. And so they just to see these little unique things that these little creatures have.
They've brought us quite a bit of delight.
So for all you cat haters out there, I won't probably.
We still love you.
I'll move on now.
And it's okay to be wrong.
I will move on now.
Yeah. How are you feeling your humanity?
Well, I am distracted right now.
Yeah, because you're hearing the cats
I'm
outside.
Yep.
Yeah, our
so there we
cats.
go. Distraction. I'm easily distracted as a human. So yeah, there we go. That's my answer.
I'm feeling my humanity. I don't know why, and I hope it doesn't show up on this video, but like sitting here, I'm feeling my body kind of shake a little bit.
You're shaking?
A little bit, yeah. And I think
Are
it's
you
probably
dying?
No, I'm not dying. I think it's because I don't have a back support, and so
Here, let me
I
assist
can
you.
tell I
Move
must
forward,
be. It's
move forward.
I'm good. I'm
Move
good.
forward.
But no,
Core.
I'm
Core
just
strength.
I'm just noticing. Oh, my core strength is a little lacking. That's sad. I can't even sit down. I can't even loaf.
No, you could. Yeah. I do love a good loaf, by the way. Pumpkin loaf,
Zucchini bread.
cranberry.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Meatloaf.
good loaf.
I like
meatloaf.
meatloaf.
You like a good meatloaf?
You know what? I think, can I put in a request to have meatloaf at some point in the next 2 weeks? I will help. I don't cook as well, but
I would say, in general, we are a mostly non-meat household, but
which
once
is
in a
why
while,
I'm asking.
You're asking me to touch the flesh of a dead animal.
That you didn't kill, nor did I.
It's contract killing.
Right. I know. Anyway, moving on.
Sure, I will use one of my meat tokens for
tokens.
Yeah, like because it's pretty rare around here.
Yeah, it's true. So last week we talked about disappointment, and this week we're going to be talking about hope and faith.
I'm a professional at disappointment. Hope and faith, I'm working on.
We're learning it. We're learning it. Hopefully you will too.
All right, so we're going to kind of like talk about hope and faith, and here's my question.
Okay.
What is the difference between just thinking happy thoughts and wishful thinking versus like a deep sense of hope and faith?
Well,
or is there?
If you're not thinking happy thoughts, I mean, according to Peter Pan, you won't fly.
And that would be a bummer. That would be a disappointment.
That's why nobody flies, because everybody is just so negative.
Oh, okay.
We solve the problem.
Hang on. I'm flying.
Nope, still not working. Yeah, I would say just the word wishful thinking just carries this idea of being freaking oblivious to what's wrong in the world. It's not, in the word like hope and faith carries an idea of being grounded. And I feel like it's
not just pie in the sky. Oh, it'll work out.
Yeah. I think someone else coined the term magical thinking.
Well, that's Joan Didion's book, The Year of Magical Thinking.
Yeah,
which is an
amazing,
amazing work of art, by the way.
I think that is the difference, because wishful thinking is not rooted in any level of reality. And it's all about up here. And to some way, you asked, I think that wishful thinking tends to manifest itself in self-protection and keeping you from avoiding pain, versus hope and faith involves action and living out what you believe to be true. And I think you can do it wishful thinking, but I think it's more of and if you're a wishful thinker and you want to correct me, I won't be disappointed. But it carries the idea, I feel like it's more of a defense mechanism.
Yeah, because, I can wish that... Well, now I can't think of anything.
You can't think of it? Well, what do you think is the difference?
I think I totally think you express that, because wishful thinking, it's like, well, maybe, oh yeah, I would. But yeah, hope, and these words can be very hard to define, and they can mean different things to different people. But hope is, I think you were describing it as like there's an expectation, and then faith is kind of like I'm going to live as if the things that I'm hoping for I'm going to orchestrate my life. Now, that doesn't mean that all the things we hope for actually do happen.
Right.
But for example, if I expect that I am created to be a creator, then I'm going to orchestrate things around that belief.
Yes.
And I don't know that was a very good example.
No, I think that's a great example.
But if I believe that it's forgiveness is an important quality of humanity, then I'm going to actively, I'm not going to do it perfectly, but I'm going to work at forgiving those who've hurt me. I'm going to, and I might not see the results of it. So I know
Right.
they're kind of like these, they can be these ethereal topics.
Yeah.
So when it comes to practically, what does that look like?
Right.
But
Right. And it's possible. It's not that hope and faith by itself is the right thing, because sometimes you can hope in the wrong thing.
Totally.
You can have faith
yeah.
in the wrong thing. Case in point, I mean, how many cult leaders are out there that people put their hope and faith and trust in, and then there's a documentary made later about it, and it's awful.
It's devastating.
You know, I think hope and faith works when the character of who and what you're putting your hope and faith in is trustworthy.
Right. Yeah.
I think that's a
totally.
huge piece as well, not to derail anything.
Yeah. No, because you're totally true. I mean, because we can put our hope and faith in something that turns out to not to be true.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, these are like decisions versus, I just wish for this. Yeah. That there doesn't seem to be a groundedness and an awareness.
Well, and I think with
reality.
hope and faith, sorry, you
No,
just
go ahead.
asked a great question.
Oh, I'm just glad because I don't have all the answers.
No,
gang.
and neither do I.
I have great questions.
But I believe that hope and faith carries with it responsibility to act.
Yes,
and
totally.
you said
Yeah.
that a little bit, but I think wishful thinking is almost like it'll just happen.
Yeah, it'll just happen. I'll toss a coin in the fountain and just make a wish.
And nothing in creation works that way.
You mean my dinner? Like, I really wish that my dinner would make itself.
Yeah, me too.
Doesn't happen.
Yeah.
But if I believe that, I can make dinner, then it might not turn out the way I want, but I'm going to act as if this is going to turn into my dinner. I'm going to participate in it. I'm going to be a partner with it.
And if hope and faith are really rooted in belief, our culture is shaped by what people believe.
Absolutely.
So you can look at our culture now and probably determine what we believe, what we hope in, what we have faith in, by how things look, not by our words and our rhetoric.
So you're saying that actions are really what show what we are hoping for and
I
what
absolutely
we
believe that.
Because we can say all the things we want to say.
Mm-hmm.
I can make a great post online.
Yeah.
I can post anything I want and
comments.
not really do anything about it. Exactly.
Yeah, posting online doesn't necessarily count as action, in my personal humble opinion.
I mean, maybe for a few of you it is. But
Yeah.
for me, in general, posting is more like inspiration yes, what I actually believe is generally what I do when you're not watching me.
Yeah.
It's what I do in private. And a lot of times, unfortunately, what I believe is not great.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah.
when I'm pouting and all those things, I'm not acting according to what I believe. That's where that can cause that disconnect too. Like
Sure.
when we have beliefs, but then we don't act according to what we believe. Because we're complicated people, right?
We are. We're a mixed bag.
We tend to not, we waver. And so, but if we have those anchors to come back to, it's like, wait a minute, I'm not acting true to what I believe. If I truly believe that there is a God who loves me, well, sometimes I don't act that way. So I have to remind myself, wait a minute. Even though I can't see him, I do believe in God. I believe in Jesus. I believe there's this unseen world out there just because I can't see it. But if I'm acting like I'm alone in the world, there's no good future.
And if that shapes the way we live, that will be attractive to other people. I mean, we want to be, what we believe needs to bring beauty, love, and hope to the world, not just moral superiority.
Oh, no, I got no moral superiority.
Me neither. You put me on a pedestal, my first action item will be to jump off of it.
Let's just saw that pedestal down to ground level. Yeah, no,
Exactly.
absolutely not. Yeah.
Yeah. summarize what we've been talking about, hope and faith is a belief in something better that affects how we live. That's kind of how we're describing it.
That's the best summary that we have for today.
Yeah.
If you have other thoughts on this, we want to hear it.
I'm sure that's not the only definition.
Yeah, totally.
But I was going to ask you, though, as we kind of just transition from being human to being artists. Artists are human. What does hope and faith have to do with art?
Well, I think that art can touch topics that we don't need necessarily, they can be harder just to say in conversation, but visual art, all music, these things stir up beauty. They bring wonder. They remind people of who they are, and they inspire. And sometimes creating, it's kind of like which came first, the chicken or the egg?
Sure.
You know, sometimes we need to create, and then that stirs up and reaffirms those beautiful beliefs and that faith. Because, you know, sometimes the hope, the belief, that comes first, and then we create. So I think they kind of go together, and we need beauty in the world because it's a journey for all of us. We're up and down, and so art has a way of giving beauty to our lives.
Well, and I think that if we talk about like our culture, what our culture actually looks like is shaped by the collective hope and faith of others. I mean, good and bad. Art can either inspire, which is what you're talking about. Like when you hear a beautiful piece of music, it's like it plants a seed in you that that if you act on it, if you begin to walk in it, that can produce art that will then produce seed in another person, which is why we do this show. We do this show because we want our creativity, not because we think we're awesome, though you are.
No.
We want our creativity and our imperfect creativity to give you permission to do the same thing. And if all you're doing is watching us, then you know, that's good. We appreciate it, but we hope that this is inspiring you to do more than that. Let me reel it back here. Art paints a picture can paint a picture of a better future, but it can also critique what is wrong with our culture now. Yeah, sure. Which can wake us up to, hey, this is messed up. I think
you're
about
not living true to who you are. We need to.
I think about the 60s. I think about Bob Dylan. I think about the music he wrote.
Dylan.
Not everything Bob Dylan wrote is positive, but it was honest and it told the truth.
And it's still resonating.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, we still play we still play his songs and we love him.
He still plays his songs.
He still plays his songs. It's great. So, yeah, I think that artists almost carry a responsibility to do that. So, it's like if you're holding back your art, there's a time to share it, obviously, and there's a time to still cultivate it. But if you're holding it back because you're afraid, I'd encourage you to share it. Take the risk of sharing it, and you get to almost like when an artist shares work. If I ramble, stop me.
Oh no, I had an itch, and I was just scratching my itch. That wasn't the signal. That wasn't the
we have signals. Maybe you can begin to point them out. When an artist shares their work, that is an act of faith and an act of hope and an act of trust. And it is an act of surrender because I don't get to dictate what somebody experiences from my work.
True. Quite true.
So they might experience something totally different than what I intended. And that's not always a bad thing. Yeah.
I think that one of the best things that we can do as artists is to surround ourselves with people who radiate this kind of hope and faith and joy. And kids are some of the best one because they're just so honest in general. They're not worried about everything that everyone's thinking. They're just sharing it. And I think that's why the story of Lucy in the Wardrobe of Narnia just resonates with people, and it has for forever and forever. Is Lucy's just... She's curious. She's filled with wonder at this wardrobe. And even though she's not always believed, she lives believing that Narnia is a place and that Aslan is there, even when she is made fun of and mocked.
Yeah.
And so that character just embodies so much of what we need. So that might be a great prompt is to read or write, or read or watch Narnia, or to create something based on that story.
Yeah, like The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe.
Yeah.
Netflix is making a series. I'm excited about that. I'm excited about that too. Yeah, I think that's really good. I think that's really important. So, like, that's a good prompt. Do you have any other prompts?
I think reading true stories of people who truly believed in, whether it was their invention or their career, they believe in something and they do it. Throughout history, who are people who, in spite the odds, they believed in something. Maybe it could be Harriet Tubman. It could be Eric Liddell. It could be any of a historical figure. So either read about them or watch a movie about them, or just create something dedicated to the memory of someone in your life or someone in history.
It's good. Who
has demonstrated, in spite of the odds, they believed something and they went for it. Maybe they even failed too. That's the thing. Failure, just because you failed at something doesn't mean that it was the wrong choice.
That's very important.
It is very important.
That's very,
I'm trying
very
to tell myself that.
Yeah.
I'm really good at telling other people what to do, but then translating it to my own.
And if you find that something good, true, and beautiful is inspiring you, act on it. Even if it isn't perfect, act on it. So the song that we're going to do, I think we're ready for a song.
I think we're ready for a song.
I think we're ready for a song. I want to make sure we covered the ground that we felt like we needed to cover with this topic, because it's an important topic.
And I'm still learning. So I'm a learner in this topic. So,
This next song is a song that we recorded on Outcasts and Refugees.
It's a much longer version on the
There's
album.
A much longer, more intricate version. It is one of my favorite songs that I've written. If there's songs that I've written that I really like, it's this one. We got to perform it on PNC Live Studio. I'll maybe share a link to that for patrons. But it's called Lion. It's a song about Jesus, and it's a song about living out faith. So we love you. We hope you enjoy it, and we hope you enjoy the new year. We hope 2024 is great for all of us.
Not perfect.
Not perfect.
Not perfect.
But good. All right. We'll see you soon.
Deeper waters laying far beyond the grave.
And you are a mighty lion, you're beautiful, but you won't be caged. Lead me past the deeper waters, lead me far beyond the grave. You said come, you said leave your life. Not a metaphor, it's what you had in mind. I'm stepping out. songs of angels breaking the ground. For your kingdom's a bloom. You said come, you said be alive. Not a metaphor, it's what you had in mind. I'm stepping out. I hear you roar, so I open the door. Come on in and wreck my life. Turn my tables over, shake me straight and sober. From the sleep of my comfort and pride. Mighty lion, you're beautiful, but you won't be caged. Lead me past the deeper waters, lead me far beyond the grave. You said come, you said be alive. Not a metaphor, it's what you had in mind. Love your enemy, give your life away. Come follow me, it'll cost you everything. I'm stepping out.